Little Shoes, Children's Story by Mukhtar Ahmad, Islamabad. In times of rising inflation, even simple joys become a luxury. Little Shoes is a touching story about Zrina, a mother struggling to manage household expenses while ensuring her sons, Kamar and Ahmad, continue their education. As Kamar moves to a new class, his younger brother Ahmad's innocent love and selflessness reveal the true meaning of contentment, sacrifice, and family bonding. His tender words at the end melt the heart and remind us that happiness isn't found in wealth, but in love and understanding. Story theme: Love between brothers, family struggles, and the beauty of a child's pure heart. Little Shoes by Mukhtar Ahmad, Islamabad. Zrina had gone to the market with her neighbor to buy household groceries. Both of them bought small quantities of two or three kinds of lentils, a 1 kilo packet of cooking oil, some vegetables, and a few other items. Prices had soared so high that even these few things cost them nearly 2000 rupees each. A little while earlier they had been laughing and chatting, but after shopping, their faces turned serious. They could feel the burden of rising inflation heavily. Zrina also collected the uniform of her elder son, Kamar, from the tailor, which she had given a week earlier to be stitched. After taking the clothes from the tailor, both women headed home. This year, Kamar had passed his fifth grade exams and been promoted to sixth class. On the day his result came out, Zrina had been delighted that Kamar had passed with excellent marks. But when she thought about his admission to the new class in high school, monthly fees, new books, notebooks, uniform, school bag, and shoes, her heart grew heavy. Her husband Raza was a clerk in the post office. His salary was so meager that household expenses were managed only with great difficulty. Now this additional burden had fallen on them. So, he applied for a loan at his office, which was approved. He received 5000 rupees on easy monthly installments. With this money in hand, Zrina's worries eased a little. Zrina's younger son, Ahmad, had now reached the fifth grade. Since he had always been 1 year behind Kamar at school, Kamar's old course, books and uniform were useful for him. This year too, Zrina did not have to worry about Ahmad's bag, uniform, or course books. Kamal's old uniform was still in good condition, though it had become a little small. Zrina adjusted it with some cutting and stitching to make it fit for Ahmad. She was thankful that, apart from notebooks, there was no extra expense for him. The summer heat was intense. On their way back from the market, Zrina brought her neighbor home and served her cold sherbet. Both her sons were at home, playing on the swing tied to a tree in the courtyard. Zrina called Kamar so she could have him try on his new uniform. Hearing her voice, Ahmad came first. He was an 8-year-old boy with a bright, smiling face. Seeing the new uniform in his mom's hands, he shouted happily, "Brother Kamar, come quickly. Mom has brought your new uniform." At his words, surprise appeared on the neighbor's face. She lovingly stroked Ahmad's head and said, "Mashallah, Ahmad is such a sweet child." Then turning to Zrina, she added, "If something arrives for my elder son Izaz, his younger brother Faraj makes such a fuss, crying endlessly. We have to hide Izaz things from him. If we can afford, we buy for both at the same time." Smiling, Zrina said, "No matter what we bring for Kamar, Ahmad never insists. In fact, the happiness Kamar feels is nothing compared to how happy Ahmad becomes for him. Such brotherly love is truly an example," the neighbor remarked. By then, Kamar had arrived. He was pleased with his new uniform and went into another room to try it on. After sitting a while longer, The neighbor left. That evening, Raza returned from the office while Zrina was busy preparing dinner. Day after tomorrow, Kamar will go to his new school, Raza said. I'll take him out to buy shoes. I'd come along, but I have to cook. Zrina replied, then called. Kamar. Ahmad came along with him. She changed their clothes and sent them off with Raza, then returned to her cooking. About an hour later, they returned. Zrina smiled to see that it was Ahmad who carried the shoe box, strutting proudly as he walked. Zrina, Raza chuckled. I'll never understand why Bata always adds 99 rupees to their shoe prices. 1 rupee has long vanished from the markets. I asked the cashier for my 1 rupee back. He just smiled but never gave it to me. You're funny. Zrina laughed. Maybe it's some policy of theirs. Anyway, in this age of inflation, 1, 2, and 5 rupees have lost all value. Even when you give a shopkeeper a 10 rupee coin, he hesitates to take it. Let me check the shoes. The size is correct, isn't it? She turned to Kamar, taking the box from Ahmed's hands. Kamar, did you try them on properly? They weren't too tight. Yes, Mom, Kamar answered. I tried a couple of pairs, and these fit perfectly. Tomorrow is Sunday, so I'll wear them to school the day after. Zrina nodded silently. In her heart, she felt sorrow that, because of their tight finances, she couldn't buy a new uniform and shoes for Ahmad. As always, he would wear Kamar's old uniform and shoes when he went to his new class. At night, Ahmad lay down beside her, waiting to hear a story. Stroking his hair lovingly, Zrina said, Ahmad, I'm so glad you didn't insist on having new shoes like your brother. That's a very good quality in you, worth its weight in gold. I'm proud of my son. Wrapping his arms around her neck with childlike innocence, Ahmad said, Mom, why would I insist? When those shoes become small for Brother Kamar, they'll be mine. Those shoes are really meant for me, aren't they? At his words, a gentle wave stirred in Zrina's heart and her eyes filled with tears. She turned her face aside to hide them and pulled Ahmad close to her heart.